Hey guys, and welcome to the Cobra's Vault. And today is going to be a very special day. And the reason it's such a special day, it is CPM, Creative Precious Metals, 1 year anniversary of starting his YouTube channel. And I think I've said all that, and I don't even know if I'm live yet. It doesn't look like I am.
Okay. No, I don't think you are, mate, because it doesn't say live on my other phone.
No, but it says stop streaming, so it should be live.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a lag.
Okay. This is a little bit weird. We don't want that. Okay, we've got a picture up. There seems to be a bit of a lag, and that is not good. So guys, can you hear us? There seems to be a bit of a lag, and that is not good. So guys, have you got that in the background, CPM? Have you got that playing?
Yeah, I've just turned the volume off.
Okay, we've got it. Addicted says he can hear us. Small Stack says yes. That's brilliant. We're out there. So, Creative Precious Metals, 1 year of doing your YouTube channel. How does that feel?
It's flown by, dude. Let me just light this candle.
Oh, we got a birthday candle. Amazing.
Ta-da!
Brilliant stuff.
Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. It's really cool. It's really cool, mate. It's gone so quick. It's crazy, really. Lots happened. I can't believe that year's just flown by, really, to be honest. Hey, mate, I haven't poured my whiskey out. It's Whiskey Wednesday as well.
Pouring. We've got Stephen God's Money has turned around and said 2 old gits. He's correct. There's 2, and number 3 is in the comments, and that's Stephen. We've got Jay Dizzle in the house. We've got Addicted to Precious Metals, 365, the Gold 2 Stacker, Every Cloud, Kevin from Florida. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us all the way from over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Small Stack Bullions in the house. Gold 2 Stacker says, happy birthday to your channel, CPM. And what's up, Cobra Brother? All good.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for that. That's really cool. Now, as I always do, you got to listen to this one.
It sounds like you're farting, bruv.
Is this the way the night's going to go, dude?
I think so. I think it's going to be a very informal chat with everyone in the comments. Can chat away, ask questions, and have a good laugh. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Just have a good laugh and celebrate your 1 year birthday.
With a very nice whiskey.
I should have really got a whiskey for myself, shouldn't I?
You should have done, dude. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't.
Yeah, I didn't.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks, Cobra, for hosting this. Really appreciate it. I'm all yours tonight. Oh, that sounds so dodgy, doesn't it?
That really weren't right.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, that really weren't right. I think the more whiskey he drinks, guys, the worse it's going to get. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to be real weird little comments like that. So
it could be.
Addicted says
thanks, 365. 365 just said thank you as well.
Wicked. And Addicted says stop strangling the duck. It actually did sound like that if you think about it.
Really?
Yeah, a little duck.
Does that really sound like strangling a duck?
Yeah, go on. Yeah. It's trying to quack, but it can't quack properly.
Quack, 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 quack. Oh, it's definitely going to be one of those nights.
There's Stack Collector in the chat. Stack Collector helped us out massively on this today. It was like absolutely a nightmare getting this started because I had to change everything from the vault and the normal setup, and it weren't working. But Stack Collector to the rescue again.
Yeah, he's a good man, and he's probably a very important part from a tech point of view.
Invaluable. The Stack Collector is being renamed YouTube Techie for the collectors market, for the stackers, the stacking creators.
Absolutely.
TSC, Tech Support Center.
Absolutely, that's a great.
That is absolutely brilliant. Tech Support Center. So, bruv, a year down the line, But we need to find out a bit more about CPM and where he started and why he started. So what was this all about? Why gold and silver?
Oh God, man! Oh, just could jump into it, dude, wouldn't he?
Well, I mean, we'll start with that. I'm sure it will take a deviation somewhere.
Why gold and silver? Well, when I cut a long story short. Before I got into gold and silver, I think I've advertised this before, but I went down the Bitcoin crypto route.
Right.
That was my very first sort of, oh, what am I going to do? I've got some money, I need to invest. And like you do, you go on YouTube, type in a couple of words, and the algorithm just bombards you with a load of stuff. And went down a crypto route. And I think I've explained that story before. But that took me on a massive educational route, which I chose to do. You've heard me go on about educate yourself, all that. And I looked at getting into Bitcoin very, not heavily or anything like that. Just, I thought, time, I've got to do something with my money. Let's go down a rabbit hole. And probably, moving on to gold and silver, I would say it was probably 2 or 3 months after that initial looking down the rabbit hole of investment as a rule, I started to see a crossover between the information I was looking at on Bitcoin, outside of actually Bitcoin as an asset, but the information, i.e. the financial world, made me look at and take an interest in precious metals. And then my journey started there with precious metals. So, and that's why I've always had that affiliation to the whole three, really. And obviously there's been lots of ups and downs as I've gone down the rabbit hole of silver, the rabbit hole of gold, and also got into stocks and shares. It just takes you down this forever ending story. It's funny, really, because I was looking back on some of my videos from when I first started earlier on today, and I was just listening and thinking, wow, I didn't realise part of my journey took me there, because like everything goes so quickly. And by the way, I couldn't believe I looked at my very first couple of videos and thought, oh, they're crap.
I don't even want to look at mine, bruv. I left them up there. I left them up there as a reminder of where we came from in our little YouTube journey. But who did you first see on YouTube? Who were the first channels you sort of watched in the gold and silver market?
In the gold and silver? Well, it's funny you should say that, because I think in my intro to me first video, the three people that I mentioned was 365 Days of Silver, Backyard Bullion, and some complete idiot that I really didn't want to watch, but I felt like I had to, and I thought, oh my God, who's this complete fool? Called, I think his name was Cobra Stacker.
Wow, bruv. Wow. Complete fool, complete idiot, and here we are a year down the line. Do you know what I mean? And we're still going.
Yeah. But it was funny because obviously when you're punching in silver gold on YouTube, it's going to bring up, the algorithm's going to bring up sort of, the popular views and bits and pieces. So Backyard Bullion was always going to be that immediate attraction to I call it eye candy, but that sounds really awful, doesn't it?
See, you're doing that thing again, bro.
What's that?
That thing. I'm all yours. Now it's eye candy with Backyard Bullion. Like, what's going on?
Oh, no, mate. I know.
It's something you want to tell the world.
It could do, as tonight goes along. No, it was interesting, and obviously 365 was pretty bursting onto the scene. And for some reason, I come across your channel as well, and as I said in that video, I just loved. Well, I used to tell you, a year ago, I just loved how raw you were, and you seemed pretty genuine and everything. So that taught me a lot. and that got me a little bit hooked into what I wanted to do, and I plucked up enough courage eventually to make a video, which I watched today, and I thought, oh my God, I just cringed all the way through it.
What was your first video about?
It was just a basic introduction into who I am, what I wanted to do. I think I had a 1 gram backyard bullion. I'll show you this. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
This 1 gram backyard bullion piece of gold. I had that on there. I think a 2023 Britannia with Queen Elizabeth, or 2022. I was just generally just talking, really, to be honest, as you do. A load of old rubbish.
And where has it taken you now?
Oh, mate, it's took me down an incredible journey of meeting some incredible people. When I look at today, not only am I a year old, I've set different targets, and we'll talk about it tonight, obviously. I've set different targets. I never forget him. I think it was my first or second video. I turned and I said, I won't, and I said it to my kids. I said, I won't even believe if I ever get 1 subscriber, let alone 10. And, that journey's taken over a year. It's been massive. The amount of people I've met, the amount of support that I've had. And now we're sitting, just before I come over, we're sitting on 611, I believe, subscribers, which, is super fantastic. Never thought I'd be here today. Never thought I'd ever get to 10, as I said. The journey's just been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. Met some great people and made some very nice friendships, to be fair.
Absolutely.
It's been lovely.
The last couple of months has been a massive rise for you, actually, in your subscriptions. A massive rise in the last couple of months. So what do you reckon the reason is for that?
Probably I drink too much whiskey.
And you swear too much. So I'm always bollocking CPM and say, look, stop swearing. I want to be myself, he says. I want to be myself. If I want to swear, I want to swear. And I think, oh, mate, stop. You can't help yourself though, bro.
No, it's really difficult because, I don't know, when I get really passionate about something, I do know, and I'm very aware, as my wife constantly tells me, well, not constantly, but she tells me off about it. And now I've met you, you're like my second wife. You tell me off a lot about it as well. But I do try, and if I can help it, try and keep it to Whiskey Wednesday if I can.
Yeah.
But I just get a bit passionate, really lost into what I'm talking about, really, and a little bit of my old southeast London bit comes out. So which is part of me, and I don't want to lose everything about me just because I'm on video. I want to keep it a little bit. This is who I am, and I'm sorry if it gets a little bit loud. Some people like it, some people don't, but I just want to keep that authenticity of me. I don't want to become false, if that makes sense.
Well, 365 says Whiskey Wednesday without a swear word, wouldn't be the same. And Stephen says, carry on being yourself, CPM. So there you go. You got two fans of you swearing out there. It's all good. No,
exactly.
Go on. Sorry,
mate. Go on.
No, go on.
No, I was going to say I get it, obviously, and I think it's a good discipline for me to learn to try and keep hold of what I'm trying to communicate. And that's important. Obviously, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for all of us. This journey's been a massive learning curve for me. There's been loads of ups and downs. There's times where I think, oh my God, what am I doing? But I do come over here, and Whiskey Wednesday is pretty special for me. 365 started off, he suggested me. He said, call it Whiskey Wednesday, and it's just stuck, which is really cool. And I come over here, and you can see my background. I just swizzle my phone. I come over and have a look at this, and it reminds me of where I've been, my journey. And then I just think, I need to continue this and carry it on and just see where it goes, see where it goes. And it seems to be moving in another direction. getting back to your question earlier, it seems to be going into a very slightly different direction now.
Well, I think it's heading
which is
into a
cool.
really good direction, but we'll get to that in a bit. Certain things that
Yeah.
you've done have definitely boosted the channel and really brought in some brilliant stuff. But yeah, it's definitely building up. And your big thing was that you were going to do something for your 500 subs.
Yeah.
And again, we'll have a quick chat about that now, and then we'll go into that deeper. So you put £100 back in October into Bitcoin and said when you reach 500 subs, you'll do a giveaway of whatever is in that Bitcoin, correct?
That is correct. It was actually on the 14th of October 2023. I'm not sure, and I might have spoken about it to you through one of our conversations. I thought, I know what I'm going to do. If I ever get to 500, this would be something that I would like to do, because it emphasizes what Bitcoin is to a degree. If you're throwing price onto it, and if that's all that drives you, then it will show how it's being adopted and how that's improving in price. And it's, you know, just before I come over today to my studio, we're sitting. It's actually 0.00450532 of a Bitcoin. That's how much I bought for £100, and it was sitting at £247.48, which is $310 for our UK, US, US citizens. Sorry, I didn't do it in euros. If anyone's from the Eurozone or anywhere else in the world, but everyone knows the dollar, which is 147% return, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. And if anything, I'm hoping that it's produced a bit of a buzz to maybe just get people to go down the rabbit hole of investment as a rule, you know, and see where it takes them.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what you're talking, nearly 150%, 145% increase in what, 6 months?
Exactly.
6 months?
Yeah, since October, yeah.
Well, 365's got another way to make money and to increase your silver. He says, add a swear jar of Whiskey Wednesdays, and when it reaches 25 quid, buy another silver brick. The only trouble with that 365 is, considering the price of silver at the moment, you're not going to get a brick at £25 anymore.
I tell you, to be honest, 365, I think he said, he's mentioned that before over time. And yeah, I probably would have filled it up a zillion million times. I would have thought by now. But it's good. But I love the idea of the Bitcoin giveaway. The other thing as well, Cobra, is that whoever wins this, it's going to be easy to send it to, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world.
Yeah, no postage.
There's no postage. There's nothing. It's not restricted to anyone. So someone down in the Antarctic, if they've got an internet connection and they happen to win it, then I can send it, and they will pick it up within minutes, really, to be honest. So.
Yeah. Well, Addicted says the original £100 Bitcoin could be fivefold by the end of the year. Who knows? What do you reckon?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's I mean, nothing's certain, as we all know, but there is a good possibility that you know, it could be worth 10x from here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in this decade that yeah, you definitely would 10x your £100 for sure, if everything keeps going the way it's going, you know.
Yeah.
There's always that big if. But I'm pretty confident in it.
There's a lot going. Just to answer Gold 2 Stacker very quickly, he says, Cobra, what's that tiger coin I can see? If you're talking about that one there, that's a Puma, and that is the crypto coin, which has got some ether on it. So they mixed up crypto with silver, and you have crypto coins, which there'll be a whole load more coming over here very, very soon. So there you go. You got one of them as well, didn't you, CPM?
I did, yes, dude. Yeah, I did. I think where it is. I think I bought it over, to be honest. Yes, I did. Yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
what did you think
I
of
was a
it?
little bit. I was just. Oh, it's a lovely looking coin. I was just disappointed that before everyone jumps on my case, but I don't care. I was just a little bit disappointed. It had the dreaded ETH on it.
Oh, you would have preferred it to have Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
There's
I'm
actually,
just
I've
playing.
got a Dogecoin one coming. I've got a Bitcoin one coming. There's all sorts. They've made a whole series of them, so that's quite an interesting little meld of crypto and silver.
Oh, it is, dude. And to be fair, mate, I because of my interest in all of those bits and pieces, that's something that I will definitely be collecting if I can get my hands on it. So,
I'm sure you'll be able to. I'm sure you will.
without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. Cheers. Um, so, bruv, how, like, now this might be interesting for all of you out there, right? I think when we all start, we all jump into it and we spend loads of money on certain pieces, and then our mind changes in certain ways. And I know many of the discussions you and I have had through the months as we went on really changed the way we stack. And we've slightly gone in separate directions, really. So, how have you changed? In the beginning, was it purely bullion? Was it just stacking? Was it all Britannias and all that? And did it change along your journey?
I well, that's a great question, really. And anyone that's followed my channel probably knows that I have chopped and changed my practical ideas about how I'm stacking, collecting, as loads of times, and I'm sure maybe not at the same percentage that I've done this. I'm sure that things will change as certain circumstances in our financial situation and in our economy, in the global economy, as things change, I'll adapt. But this said, I've, and you know this anyway, because we've had a zillion million conversations about this, with silver especially. Um, I've chopped and changed. I have sold quite a bit of silver. I've sold a bit of gold. Um, Lots of people might scream, "What are you doing that for?" Well, there was a good reason why I did it. I wanted to buy some more Bitcoin at the time. I'm bloody glad I did. Um, but I also wanted to, like, a part of my journey is to always try and find out, not only do I want to collect it, what's going to be my exit strategy,
Yep.
and how does that work? And until you try and sell stuff, you don't know if it's easy, if it's hard, where can I go, where's the best places to go. So that's why I do it, you know. So that's been, you know, a really good exercise. But as a rule, thinking back, yeah, I've gone up and down. Gold, no. Bitcoin, no. But silver, I've been really up and down with all through my journey. And I can't quite put my finger on why. I just think maybe it's when you first get into stuff, you sit there and you think, is this the greatest question? Okay, let me go back. The greatest question I always ask myself is, if I'm going to invest my hard-earned money that I exchange my time and energy for, getting crappy fiat currency, what am I going to put it into, and how is that value going to alter or play out in my exit strategy? So I think, like anything, initially you think, because you don't know that much,
Yeah.
you think, yeah, this, that, this, that, this, that. Oh, that's good. There's lots of people out there that will tell you stuff. There's lots of people that will tell you good stuff. There's lots of people that tell you bad stuff. You get trapped in that whole, oh my God, Armageddon's coming, and you know the silver's going to $300 or £300, and you just like panic a little bit. Oh, I've got to get loads of it. And then as you go along, and the same happens with gold and Bitcoin and everything else, anything generally that I'm talking about from an investment point of view, as you go along, you think, okay, I'm not quite sure that fits into my logic and psyche of what I'm trying to do, invest in. So personally, my ideas have changed, and I've probably over time tweaked them. Now, recently, maybe because of what I've learned, I haven't advertised this, but at the beginning of the year, I went a little bit hard on silver again, just because I thought, I was looking at the way the economy's going. If, not as hard as what I've done on gold and Bitcoin, but I just went a bit harder on it, even though maybe 6 or 7 or 8 months ago, I thought, maybe not. I'm quite pleased I did that.
Yeah. Well, I think with me, it was a similar type of thing. Well, we chatted about it, as I said. But in the beginning, buying loads of silver, about bulking up, stacking and all the rest of it. And I found I was buying probably when spot was at about £19, £19.50. And then it dropped down to 18 and then 17.50, and it sort of hung around there for ages. And I started thinking to myself, well, there's no real great thing about silver. Do you know what I mean? And in a way that was a mistake in thinking that way, but in a way not. Because I sort of realised that people worry about premiums on bigger pieces, but even with silver, it's a volatile thing that can go up and down. But now we're seeing, I held on to a base stack, as you know. I kept a base stack of silver, and then I moved on to those beautiful pieces that I now get. So I got a nice large amount of just plain Britannias, bars, etc., and now moved on to something else. But there was a big, the add-on gold tooth is CPM, but there was a big change in my way of thinking of silver. And I think what you were saying about the exit strategy is important as well, that you sort of find out where the places are that you can sell if you need to, like the Silver Forum, or whether it be Facebook, eBay, peer-to-peer, so many different places. But I think through the journey of a year and a half, the way you collect and all that lot just changes. It does adjust without a doubt.
Yeah, 100% it does, without a doubt. Without that. Now, definitely I can't swear because KYH is in the house.
KYH, welcome. Look, I've got the guys going, addicted going, Cobra, can you show us what's left?
Yeah.
And a couple of them going YP, one from True Legends. Right, this is not the auction. I just couldn't change everything to adjust for this. So there you go. So gold and silver's price, bruv, shooting up at the moment. What do you reckon? What's going on?
Whoa, blimey. I thought this was going to be a laid back chat.
All right, you want to go laid back? All right, answer that one. I'll go laid back.
No, it's fine. Gold and silver, it's bloody exciting, dude, really, to be fair. I don't know, it's a massive rabbit hole to go down, and is it going to last, is it not going to last? There's some fantastic information out there on what's going on, and I think it's all interlinked with the possibility that just maybe, not advice, just my opinion, just maybe we are starting to see the effects of the large institutional banking systems around the world starting to think, maybe we need to store a bit of money into some precious metals, gold especially, because we don't think this is the start of whatever this change in what we've been used to for so many years is starting to happen now. That tells me that something's up. It isn't quite following it's just not following what's been happening over the last 10 years, really. It's just jumped out. And to me, like Campbell explains really lovely on his explanations on his channel, that it's being sniffed out. There's a bit of, excuse my BS going on, some big boys and some big institutions are going, nah, I think we need to protect ourselves a little bit more. And there's a great adage of, don't. What's the phrase where they say about follow the money? Don't do what they say. Do what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's in plain sight at the moment.
And that's that's the thing, innit? We're seeing what the banks are doing. We're seeing what the governments are doing. They're hoarding up on gold, especially, and there's a reason why they're doing it. There is a reason why they're doing it. All right, let's have a look at a couple of the comments here.
Go for it.
We got Shadrach in the house. They're all bidding on something. Cool. I don't know what they're. Oh, they're bidding on the Puma. So Darth says £25.89 for the Tiger. 365's at £1. Darth's at £2. Then someone saying there's not much left. Right, they're just taking it into an auction level here. Do you know what I mean? So
brilliant.
I think we might have to lighten the mood for them. Blistering Barnacle says it's like all metal. The price goes up and down. I ran 2 scrapyards for 11 years and never really appreciated the value of stuff that went through my hands. That must have been very interesting, scrapyards and all that lot, to actually know all sorts of different metals and what they do.
Yeah.
Jumping says I bought just at the right time, £18 silver when I was starting. Yeah, but again, as we say, Jumping, it goes up and down. At the moment, it's on a good push up. It may hold. That would be lovely if it does. It may not. We'll have to see. Jay Dizzle says, great job, guys. Gold Tooth is saying next day bullion comes from the scrapyard scene also. Oh, okay. So next day bullion, he's a bullion dealer out there. He's started up and doing quite a nice little job with a website. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check him out. But he comes from the scrapyard side as well. So there you go.
Cool.
So where do we go from here, bruv?
I was just reading someone saying about 365 days of silver. I finished cutting open all my silver eagles and can't find a chip.
And can't find a what?
A chip. A tracking chip.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what.
Remember?
I've got to say this. 365, when you did that, I was sitting there going, really, bruv? Really? This is a message you're going to give out to everyone? Do you really believe that? Are you going crazy? I know about the interview that he based that on. And one of my friends in America knows the guy who did that interview. And he was telling me about it and all that lot. I really... And then when I started listening to it, and he's going, yeah, soak your silver in water for 14 days. I thought, bro, that's so impractical. I mean, the stupid thing is I was actually believing it up to that point. That he was really seriously saying there are chips in there. I mean, Jesus, they're tracking us for our phones anyway, so why would you have it in coins? But yeah, he got us on that one. He definitely got me on that one. So
it was brilliant. Was it Sunday? It was a Sunday, the first, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Sunday or Monday. Sunday or Monday. And I'll never forget, I put on my computer, didn't let it sort itself out. And I saw it there, and I thought, what is he going on about now? and then as soon as I just clicked on me, and I just thought, oh, fair play, mate. 1st of blooming April.
I didn't even.
But what I found, that's what I love about it. He says about my creativity. He does it in such a different way.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a clever man, clever guy, and I've got a lot of admiration for his pure creativity on what he does and how he does it.
Well, he definitely caught me out on that one. Jumping into silver says, Cobra, do I still buy sovereigns now? I'll let you answer that one, bro. What do you think?
I don't know whether you buy sovereigns, dude.
No. As in, should he carry on buying sovereigns now?
Or have I got to answer it in a Cobra way? Well, okay, bro. Who asked that question, bro?
That was jumping, bro. Jumping.
bro. Right, bro. Sovereigns, bro. Well, you know what I think about sovereigns, bro. They're really cool. But, I like my quarter ounces. I like my 1 ounces. I love my 1 ounces. They're so cool, bro. And if I can collect all the 1 ounces, bro, I'll collect them forever, bro. Bro. I orgasm over 1 ounce.
You fucking plonker. All right. Let me answer the question, right? No.
Yes. I'll answer it just if you want me to.
Yeah, go on. Answer it, yeah.
Dude, yes. I love my sovereigns. I am. Um, I'm just a little bit apprehensive at the moment, because let's try and answer this. It isn't about, well, obviously it's about the money, but I'm wanting to hold out, because I think in a cyclical type way, and I blame Camel Finance for this because he's taught me something, but there is something to it that has to be said. If you plot your own charts, I think we might get a pullback soon, and I'm just waiting, hoping that that's going to happen. It's not going to be a lot, but you're looking at a sovereign on Atkinson's at like 450 quid now, which is, serious money compared to what it was, 4 months ago. I think we were still picking them up at 380. So that's a massive difference, massive difference. So like anything, you have to be a bit careful, a bit selective. There is always that fear, which lots of dealers will keep saying, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. You need to buy, but that's fine. You do you, everyone do you. But I'm personally definitely will continue to purchase gold, but I'm just being very shrewd about how I'm doing it more than anything.
Fair play. Good answer. I think my view is slightly different on it. Sovereigns, number one, I think are absolutely brilliant. They are, without a doubt. They're the most liquid form of gold for me out of these sort of coins. I think 1 ounces are getting way too hard for a lot of people, way out of reach for them. So going down to fractional is definitely a good idea. Jumping, I believe, buys one a month. I would say personally, if you can afford it, carry on buying one a month. I agree with you, CPM, that we'll see a drop in gold, but not a massive one. I don't think we'll ever see 1600 again, personally. And again, this is my opinion. I don't think we'll ever see 1600 again. I think we could get a drop maybe down to 1700 and then work its way back up again. So for me, I'm going to carry on buying gold, but I'm going to buy fractional. So sovereigns to me are pretty good. And if that's what you do once a month, then I wouldn't stop it, because there's also that thing, if things are going the way I think it will, I believe that gold by the end of the year will be quite a bit higher. And I make CPM absolutely correct. There will be a drop, but that's what we get. We get drops all the time, and then it works back up, and then we get a higher low, and so on. So my personal thing, I'm going to buy gold every month, the same as I always have. It probably won't be 1 ounces anymore, or the ones I'm collecting I will, but otherwise it will just be a bit of gold just to keep collecting it. And we've seen it. I mean, you see Backyard Bullion putting out some of his gold with the stickers on the back, with the prices that he paid, and you see it just generally rising steadily all the way up. So there you go. Jump in. I hope that answered your question. Darth says buy.
And I noticed Stephen said I was peed as a new. Not yet, dude.
We've only
Not
just
quite.
Started.
Not quite.
Darth is saying I buy a sovereign a month. That is it, no matter what. Yep, that's if you can afford to do that, perfect. Stephen says sovereigns are for poor people. Yeah, don't know about that. He also says he buys a 1/4 ounce Brit every month. Perfect. So anything like that, bit of fractional every month, whatever you can afford, even if it's a 10th or a 20th, or even a gram. But gold for me is a definite steady increase within your budget, for sure.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It all comes down. It's so difficult answering something that I find it difficult answering these questions, because you can only answer it from your own point of view, and not everyone's the same.
No.
Not everyone's in the same position. There's that's what I love about my channel. I try not to make it too personal about what I can do.
Yeah,
it's about more of the journey of what to look at, what I would think is pure reality, because I've often sat there, and I'll probably said it to you, offline during a phone conversation. It just makes me wonder sometimes, with the way things are going, how does anyone afford anything?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's
true.
just getting so crazy out there, you know, and I'm hoping that possibly myself, lots of other creators out there, just general, you know, all the community have been able to, you know, if we are going to go through a phase historically where things are going to go mad, which we all love, obviously, because we all just love price for some reason. Um, then I hope everyone sort of managed to get something more than nothing. That would be great if that's happened. But you know, there's lots of people out there that just haven't got that facility to do
No.
that. And fair play, you know, and you know, I wish everybody just good luck in whatever they're doing, you know.
Yeah. Gold 2 Stacker comes up with a point here. He goes, when gold goes up, buy another property. That's what he's going to do. And yeah, again, if you can afford to, then definitely. I've always said property is a very good buy. I think I was taught from a young age, bricks and mortar. You know, can't go wrong with it. Few people are welcome in. T-Folders joined us. Shiny Stacker. Shiny said, and this is true, Shiny says stacking is a great tool for saving for me. And I actually totally agree with that. And the reason I say that is, as I said to you, CPM, I used to spend a lot of money on cars, motorbikes, and a load of materialistic things. And when I started, I put a load of money into silver. I was buying. And I've got addicted in a way, but not addicted. But it is a saving thing for me as well, that I'm not going out and buying rubbish. In fact, I'm now looking at decreasing my materialistic things. So I got rid of one of my cars, and I'll downsize a few things. But definitely, I find it a very good way of saving.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, 100%. It's Shiny Stacker. Now, Shiny Stacker, shiny precious metals. Is
No,
it shiny precious metals?
no, that's
No,
different. He's different.
it's a different person. I got a bit confused on your last auction. I thought that was he changed his name.
Yeah. Backyard Billions joined us in the house. Thank you, Backyard Billion, for coming along. We were chatting about you earlier, bro, and CPM was saying how yourself and 365 were one of the first people he saw when he joined, which was the same with me. So there you go. There's one of the ancient people. The ancient people of
The
the
ancient
collective.
people, and I've actually met him.
Yeah.
I've actually had a beer with him.
Yeah, we have out in
And a meal
Berlin.
with him.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Which we've got to do again. We've got to do Berlin again. That place, oh, unbelievable. What did you think of it?
Oh, it's amazing, dude. It was a real eye opener for me personally. I'm looking forward to next year. Do you know what I'm really looking forward to?
Go on.
What sort of state we are globally this time next year.
Well,
go. If there's going to be that many people there, you know, nothing could change, obviously, but it's just going to be interesting from an observation point, because you know what I'm like, I'm obsessed with it all. Just to observe the current trend, the current conditions, to you know, listen to people, to see what they're doing, see if the same mints are there, see if they're not there, is any still in existence, you know, or are they thriving, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating, because, you know, one of the biggest things I noticed was not only just the main, like some of the halls with the big mints in, but there was a lot of local people, local dealers doing, like, selling all their coins and bits and pieces. Now, if we keep carrying on with this bull run within the gold, you know, the precious metal market, you know, are they going to still be there? Can they sell it? Is there anyone got any money to buy that sort of stuff anymore? You know, that's what's going to fascinate me if it continues.
I think there will be. I mean, there's always people who are going to collect this stuff, and there's always people who have the money to do it. Things may be tighter, and some of the mints, like you say, may have found it really hard. But I think there's always going to be a market for it, and there's always going to be customers for it as well. Backyard Bullion says, yeah, it was a fun meet. We should get some more people to come and have a social. BYB, there are quite a few people in the community who have already reached out and said, look, they'd love to come and all this. And I said, look, let's all go. Let's do it. So I think we're going to have quite a crowd from the UK travelling over to Berlin next year for sure. And I think it's going to be lively. I think it's going to be really, really good and some amazing sights to see.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And the other thing as well is getting back to what I would like to see. This is personal opinion. What I'd like to see probably over my next 12 months is maybe in the UK, possibly getting, it's down to people, obviously, getting together or doing something more at that physical level. That sounds really dodgy again.
I don't know what's wrong with you today, bro. You're coming out with some real weird comments.
People mad.
Steve,
yeah, I'd love to do that in the UK. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get a load of people together. We're gonna start doing some stuff. Stephen says if his health improves, he'd love to come to Berlin. If it's okay with us, it would be an absolute pleasure, Steve, to have you with us. You're on our level. You're an old git. So yeah, it'll be lovely to have you with us, moaning and groaning like you do.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, definitely. The more the merrier, you know. And we all go on about how we love the physical, tangible aspect of precious metals, but we're all communicating through this social network where physicality isn't a real big thing. And I think it'd be really cool that maybe we can, maybe over the next 12 months at least, organise one or two in the UK get-togethers of some description. Going forward. Oh no, I've got a good idea actually, dude. You could do a live auction, but a physical one.
Oh really? Where am I going to do that? I'd have to hire a hall.
Know,
people would have to travel from all over the place. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but you could go to them.
What, individually? Individually.
I know you're a man. You're a man of the people.
Not that much.
No, you know what I mean.
Small Stack Bullion says Fat Stacker Social meet up at the London Coin Fair. Small Stack Bullion, I went there and I met up with the Stack Collector last year, was it, or the year before? Anyway, we went down to the London Coin Fair. I'll be very honest, for you, I think you like the older coins and all that, which the Stack Collector does as well. You would probably enjoy that very much. For me personally, I didn't enjoy it so much. I think I'm more into the modern coins and there wasn't a lot of that there. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go. McDonald Bullion said, hey, cool, he'd go. He'd be well up for it. Jumping in silver, I'll be up for that as well. Well, getting up, I mean, anyway.
I think there'll be quite a few people. I mean, we went last year. We did some videos. We put them out there. It's a great place, guys, to make some unbelievable contacts as well. So Coin Noob will be joining us. That'll be amazing. Absolutely brilliant. 365 says, I won't be able to attend, but I'll definitely help promote a UK Stackers meetup. Brilliant. Yep. So yeah, I mean, we've got to start. Those who want to link up. Do you know what I mean? It'll be good. Definitely.
But the thing is, it starts with small things. It starts at a small pace, doesn't it? You know, you get 1, you get 2, you get 3, you get 4, you get 5, you get 6. You know, and who knows? I don't know. I'm a bit of an old fart, really, when it comes to the social media side. I still like that personal chat with people, you know, over a beer or over a cup of tea or a coffee or a meal or whatever, a sandwich. You know, it's. I don't think you can beat it, really.
Yeah. Stephen says.
But I get it.
Yeah. Stephen goes, my granddad has been to Berlin, but that was in 1945. Plonker. Absolute plonker. Gold 2 Stacker says brothel. That's all. Nothing else. Just brothel. I'm not even going to ask him. I'll ask him in private on the phone. I'm not even going into that one. Jumping says, I'm arranged to meet with GES in the summer. Cobra fancy coming. The summer jumping is a very, very busy time for me. Security goes absolutely mental. So I cannot say that I'll be able to do that one. What do we got? There you go. Stackers meetup. Gold 2 Stacker says, Stackers meetup in a brothel.
Yeah, it might cost more than an ounce of gold, though.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, mate, I'll pass on that one. I'll pass on that one. All right, so we've covered a bit of gold, a bit of silver, a bit of Bitcoin, but where do you see things going for silver and gold now, bruv? Do you see it going up a lot more? Do you see it just settling down or dropping?
Oh, well, the thing is, we all want to see that. Okay, I'm going to come from my point of view here. Totally, we all. I get it. We all want. I'd be lying if I turned and said I don't want to. I don't want ever to see silver at £100. I never want to see gold at £2,000 an ounce, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000. Of course I do. Of course I do. It's the same with Bitcoin, you know. But realistically, what always holds me back on the fantasy of us answering that question in my own fantasy mind is that I'm very aware of what the exit plan is when I talk about price and what that true value will be. And what I mean by that is when I start to consider, hopefully because I've sort of educated myself, inflation and money debasement. It worries me when I think about gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever you invest in, at some point you've got to get out for whatever reason. Maybe you haven't got to get out. All depends what your exit plan is. But it just kind of concerns me slightly. What am I getting out into? What's my currency going to be? What's it going to be worth? What's that purchasing power actually truly going to be worth? So that does fascinate me, and I think sometimes we can get a little bit carried away with price, especially when it starts to skyrocket, because there's a reason why this stuff does skyrocket.
Yep.
And it's always valuable to ask the question why, and what am I going to exit into? Now, if I was going to exchange 10 ounces of gold, for argument's sake, for a 3-bedroom house, wonderful, cool beans. But if I was going to exchange it into, I don't know, £150,000, that's not going to buy me a 3-bedroom house. And there's a reason for that. So, yeah, it's something I do pay particular attention to, and I think it gets overset. It's a big selling point when people talk about, the price of this, price of that, but it's not really spoken about enough from my point of view, I don't think. And that's the effect of inflation and money debasement with too much money printing, and that has an effect on what we're going to convert our money into at some point in the future. So yeah, I don't know.
I think you're right. I mean, you've got to look at why stuff is going up and what's going on. In fact, that leads me on to something that you've started doing on your channel, and that is the rum and whiskey conversations, which are between myself, you, and Camel Finance. And if anyone, if anyone hasn't seen Camel Finance, he's a very knowledgeable man about how the markets move and why they move, and that's important. You didn't tell me my wife was popping around. Shut up. That's well rude. That's well rude. That's Tyson in the background giving it some because someone just rang the doorbell. But yeah, so that's something you started up. That's a chat that goes on, and we go really, really deep into what's going on in the world, what's going on in America, what the Federal Reserve are doing, and why gold, silver, Bitcoin, or any of that could be going up, down, or left or right. What made you start that?
What made me start that?
Yeah. How did that all begin?
Oh, God. Probably, obviously, I've been following Camel Finance since, I don't know, he had 300 subscribers, I think. He started his YouTube channel not that far away from where I started to look at investment, and I come across his channel. I thought, yeah, I like what you say. You seem legit. All the normal stuff you get when you go through your little journeys and continually go through your journeys. You have to believe in some of the messages people tell you. Anyway, over time, I just through messaging, comments, we've always sort of gone. And then I think it was last year I said to him, I've got so much I want to talk to you about. And I thought it was a bit cheeky asking him. So much I want to talk to you about. It'd be really cool to have a chat. We seem to get on well, And so we did, and we just called it whiskey. He likes rum. I like whiskey, and we just called it whiskey and rum. And it was a lovely conversation because we sort of didn't. When you're doing your channel stuff, your normal channel stuff, you're almost building up like a personality of yourself. And sometimes I think it's really cool just to go to like a little bit, or just have a bit of a safe space where you can just talk a little bit more freer. And without the constraints of, I can only do 10 minutes, I can only do 20 minutes, because people will lose concentration, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just want to sit and have a chat like we do on the phone. And we always say, oh, God, it'd be great to record that. So I was doing it with you at the time as well.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. He liked it, I liked it. So we did part 2, we did part 3. And then we thought, it'd be really cool if we can get someone else on. And he keeps saying, can't we get 365 Days of Silver on? And I've reached out to 365 Days, and and for his own personal reasons, he's not rude about it. He just declines and says no, thank you. It's not for him, which is great.
Fair enough.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But he also said it'd be really cool to have Cobra on, because obviously what you've built personally, and you know what you're doing online, and okay, let's put it together. I had a chat with you. We come up with that. We did part 4, which was really cool, and that's just sort of had a ton of feedback. It's gone down really well. People seem to enjoy that sort of format, and then we did part 5. We had Darth on as well. That's gone down a dream. People will like it. It's opened up people's eyes. Scott Silver left a great comment the other day. He said, and I think he said it on his video this evening. He wasn't sure whether it might have gone over his head, but testimony to you and Camel, the way you put things across, and the success of the show, I'd like to call it. It's something there for everybody. It's an educational thing, and it seems to be quite successful. And I personally, it shuts me up. I'm not shutting up a lot at the moment,
which is really hard to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially on a Whiskey Wednesday. It shuts me up, but as I've never hidden, I've always enjoyed. I learn so much more when I do shut up. And listen and observe. Everyone calls me the lurker. There's a reason for that. But I just like that. And I thought, good. I could just sit back, enjoy the conversation, direct it a little bit, help put those leashes on you too when you get a bit carried away. And it seems to be successful. And I want to push that. I want to push that concept going forward, and see where that goes, because it seems like it's going down okay, which is pretty cool.
Well, I find the conversations absolutely brilliant with Camel. I try and put the questions to him like a lot of our audience would be asking the same questions, and he is very, very good at explaining stuff so that we can all understand what's going on. So that's normally every 3 or 4 weeks on a Sunday. One of them will come out. I do think you're a bit out of order though now that I'm there, because it's rum and whiskey, and I don't understand where the Red Bull is, bruv.
I know, dude. I was talking about this the other day, and perhaps you can ask the people in the chat actually. How can I incorporate this? We've got whiskey and rum. How can I depict Cobra's participation in this? We all know he likes a Coke. We all know he likes a Red Bull. But
be careful with that. We all know he likes Coke.
Yeah, I know. And I was trying to think, and I was saying to you the other day, how can I incorporate you into that sort of growing, I don't know, brand of a show. So yeah, ask the people in the comments, really.
Yeah,
whiskey and spam.
Whiskey and spam. Well, let's have a quick look at the comments. Gandalf's in the house. Welcome, Gandalf. He said you should all come to Scotland to the Scottish Coin Fair. Everyone that gets bladdered and fights over a copper penny. Fucking mental. Yeah, that sounds really, really good actually.
Oh, mate, I've
What?
got to 365. You are genius, dude.
What's he said?
Whiskey, rum, and a fag.
Whiskey, rum, and a fag.
Yeah, because he put down cigarette, but I just love the whiskey, rum, and a fag.
No.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
No, you can't call it that because I am not a fag. He'll be like you two and a fag, and no, you're not calling me a fag. That's not happening.
Now you've realised. Now you realise why I was laughing.
Yeah. No, 365. Thank you. Anyway, whiskey and spam. Whiskey, rum, and fag Fridays. Nah, whiskey, rum, and venom. Yeah. Don't hit me, Cobra says 365. I'm coming for you. Goldtooth. Yeah, here's something. Goldtooth made me laugh with. I read this a minute ago. He goes, you can't beat my vitamin videos. So you've got whiskey and rum with you two. You've got Red Bulls. He sits there. He's got a glass of water and he just puts one of them fizzy vitamin tablets in it and it just fizzes away. There you go. So if we get Goldtooth on any of the chats anywhere, we'll do that. We'll have his little fizzy vitamins. Yeah, think of ideas, guys. And if you haven't heard it, listen to number 4 and 5. That's where the conversations went really sort of deep, and I learned a lot from it, without a doubt. And I'm sure it'll be really. It's really good to just listen to in the car when you're driving. If you drive, if you don't drive, you can't do that, really, can you? But
No.
yeah, I think that's definitely something that's developing on your channel brilliantly. Absolutely brilliant. Where are you going to take it?
Where am I going to take what?
Well, the whole channel.
I don't know, mate. I mean, it's an open book, really. I've got some great ideas for 1,000 subs,
Right.
which is really cool. So I'll reveal those in the next week or two.
You're not going to share them tonight?
No, no. I'm going to do the question for the 500 this evening.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
For sure. What did Stephen put? Whiskey and rum with what?
Stephen's put whiskey and rum with wings. Boom.
Whiskey and rum with wings. Yeah. No, we was talking about wings the other day. Mate, I don't know. I just think that there's a bit of a title with the whiskey and rum. It's a fascinating. It's a great time to be alive. Obviously, if you're into your finance and investing, because it's so intriguing what's going on. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just continuing supporting, trying to support people, give people ideas of, as the markets are changing, try and be genuine and, just continue to do what I do, really, to be fair. And be more creative. That's one of my things. I'm getting quite creative with putting some music together with videos now. I did tomorrow's video is I cut up the whiskey and rum, not very professionally, but I put some music on it, which is really cool. But I did like a 2.5 minute sort of short on the last whiskey and rum video, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed doing that, and it's made me think, I want to get back into being more creative as well with my videos outside of Whiskey and Wednesday and Whiskey and Rum series. So there's loads I want to do. Hopefully I can be healthy and continue to do it, really, to be honest.
Oh, well, I'm sure that will happen. Well, 365, thank you. He's just donated £10 to the channel. Really appreciate that. And he says, great chat, really enjoying this. I don't know why. I get bored of creative precious metals. I do. I just get bored. I've done this I don't know why I've done this, really. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm joking. We have sat and chatted for hours and hours. There's a few people that I can do that with when I'm on a night shift or whatever. Goldtooth is right. He actually says he's out. Got to hit the motorway now. We'll listen but can't comment. Yeah, he's one that I chat to in the evenings. You, I have spent hours chatting to, which have been absolutely amazing. And we actually get quite heated in our conversations sometimes because you just like to push buttons and wind me up.
I do.
Why?
Because it's easy. Because it's easy to do.
Well, that's not very nice, is it?
But I love you. I love you. I tell you what. Someone just put in a great little thing. Did you read it out? Scott Silver.
What did he
Whiskey,
put?
rum, and a snake bite. Whiskey, rum, and a snake bite. I could work with that actually.
Yeah.
Snake bite. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I used to drink snake bite quite a bit. Snake bite and black.
What is a snake bite?
It is half lager, half cider, and blackcurrant if you want blackcurrant in it.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, not my tipple.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. A bit sweet, but yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed that. So, yeah.
And I want to get more copper bits because I love copper bits, and I know 365. I know quite a few people getting into their copper. I love my copper 1 kilo coins. I think they're really cool.
I'm sorry. I just got to say, Stevens turned around and said, "CPM Cobra, love us tiff." No.
We have. I tell you what, we have quite a few of those.
But that's a strong friendship. That's a strong friendship when you can speak openly and honestly with each other and just say what you got to say. There's no sort of, I can't really say that. No, if I want to say it, I'll say it. And then we have a discussion about it. And that's how it should be. That's it.
Yeah.
Actually, someone's just mentioned Everycloud, but Everycloud put a message, comment up a while ago, and it was really good, and I've totally missed it now. Oh yeah, he was saying something about gold, and he turned around and said, though he likes the fact that gold is going up, it makes him more nervous sometimes about why it's going up than being happy about it going up. Which sort of was relevant to what we were saying, that you've got to look at the reasons why it's going up. You know, it's not always a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing that gold is going up, let's say, but the reason why it's going up is not always a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I was probably trying to put across as well. You know, it's something we all get really bloody excited about, and it's a great comment. You know, we get so excited about it. But, you know, why? Why is this happening? Why is this sort of steady rising? We use gold for an argument's sake. A lot of people quote, well, it goes up on average 10% a year. You know, I've heard those figures, 5% and bits and pieces. You know, all of a sudden, like we started this year off well different. So it's a valid question. And I think it's really healthy, everyone. You do you, as you hear quite often. But it's really healthy to actually ask yourself, I wonder why this is happening.
Yeah.
This is a bit freaky. You know, since I've been collecting gold, or had an interest in investing in whatever, what's poking this to make this happen, you know? And they're the rabbit holes I love to go down. They're not really rabbit holes, to be fair. It's just an interesting educational curve to follow. And that I think that makes anybody more wiser and more educated to make healthier risk assessment judgments on their investments.
Yeah.
Look at me, off I go again.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. This is the thing, though. It's people run to gold and silver when there are problems, or when things get tight, or when they can see a problem with the economy, or a problem with overprinting, higher inflation, whatever it may be. Yeah. That's when they run to these things, and that's when the price of gold and silver goes up. So sometimes we got to look at that and why it's going on. 365 says it's crazy to think that 2 years ago none of us knew each other, and now we're like one big group of mates. It is, and there are some amazing people in this community. And the helpfulness of everyone is what really sticks out to me. Like the Stack Collector has done loads for me. GTS goes out of his way for me time and time again. I will try and help everyone I can. And that is truly what I believe that we should be doing. And that sort of takes us back to why we started channels and what we're doing and what our plans were when we started. For me, I wanted to bring the community in the UK together. I wanted to make us like the Americans, where it's a big thing in the UK, the gold and silver side of things, so that we could then bring products into the country, because we had a base of people that were more interested in it all. And I think we've all been working towards that, bring the community together, get some amazing pieces in the country and all that lot. Was there anything like that for you with your channel?
What's that, mate? Sorry, can you just, because I was miles away then. I was looking at something else, thinking of a question. Sorry, dude.
And this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. I chat away and I put deep and meaningful thoughts into things, and then he goes, "What'd you say?" Or he farts, or he burps. That's what he does. Do you know what I mean? I was saying, bruv, one of my things when I started my channel, the YouTube channel, was I'd seen America, I'd seen what the community was like out there, stickers and this and that, and they were all chatting to each other, and there was a buzz around the whole thing. But over here in the UK, there wasn't. It seemed to me to be very separate, a few channels here and there, but no one really joining in and all that. And my thoughts were to bring the community together, to build us into something bigger, and to bring amazing pieces into the country which we haven't seen, which was what I was doing. I remember you often talking about the young'uns and how you wanted to influence people in that way. What was that about?
Oh, mate, this was all a reoccurrence from. I do go on about this. Yeah, I'm not a young guy anymore.
Really?
A little bit older than most people, sort of. But it's a great influence from what I've done with or try to do with my channel, is that I've got children myself. They're all in their 20s, and my youngest in particularly has a affiliation to investing, and he will sit and talk to me and ask me questions, and we both look at what's going on in the world as and when, not that often because he's 22 and he likes to do his own thing quite a bit. But we do share some time talking, and he would come up with questions that I wouldn't even think about, because I'm at a totally different generation, totally different. And to be fair, he's helped me so much not be this pig-headed old git. Some people might think that's a bit different. I don't know, but I don't care. A pig-headed old git that, it's lucky for me and I'm fine, whatever. He's helped me realise that for me to understand the future, I need to be in contact with what the future is for the younger generation. And that sort of, I've always had it at the back of my mind for my channel, to be fair. And that gives me a lot of drive. I don't want to sound like an old fart, which I probably do most of the time, but it is what it is. But I do have a genuine drive within me to try and help people think and stand on their own 2 feet and be as sovereign as they can. Because I know it's difficult. It's difficult being a dad, a mum, a person in any way, shape or form in this day and age, So it's good that I can try and put my own personal, what I want in life, to one side sometimes, and just try and look at it at a different level, and try and bring some content that hopefully is appealing to the younger generation too.
Well, this is the thing. I think with our YouTube channels, we do influence people in a very big way. Are you still there, or have I lost you?
No, I'm still listening.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my headphones went really quiet there. So, and the young'uns, especially when we're seeing KYH and Small Stack Bullion, I think the whole community gathered round and were quite happy to see young guys coming into this and really having some great ideas and having a really good mind, like your son, like you were saying. But just reading through a couple of things, Small Stack Bullion says the most wholesome community on YouTube. Jumping into silver says, you've helped me more than my own father. Oh, okay, thank you. McDonald Bunyan says, it's grown hugely in popularity here these last couple of years. That's true, it really has. We've seen a massive growth in channels. Shiny says, makes you think if they can actually tackle inflation and get it back to 2%, considering all the banks are buying gold like crazy. And look at Zimbabwe, they just announced a gold-backed currency. Well, that's something a lot of them were talking about. Steve says, CPM fell asleep. CY says, I love this community and all the support everyone shows. Addicted says, great community. Stephen says, Cobra, CPM was just rude.
Was I? What did I do? What did I
Well,
do?
when you made me repeat it and just totally blanked everything I had said. Yeah, we're on that level there. I'm just catching up with a few of these. Steve says, go on CPM, ask him to repeat it again. I think if you had done that twice, I would have been a bit pissed off. Shiny says, Joe Biden moment.
Yeah. Thanks,
That's
Shiny.
perfect, yeah.
Absolutely.
Jumping says, nothing wrong with the old parts, I'm 62. Old farts, I think he meant, I'm 62. Stephen says he's fallen asleep again. So glad when Padawans are joining the stack. Yeah, absolutely, Darth. It is really good to see the young'uns coming in and joining in and getting into it. And hopefully, you know, how many of us older people have turned around and said, I wish I started when I was at that age, or I wish I'd started at this age. And here they are doing it. I think people like Small Stack Bullion, KYH will be in a very, very good position in their latter years.
Oh, mate, yeah, it's so encouraging. Do you know what really amazes me, Cobra, is when I watched, you know, KYH and Small Stack Bullion doesn't even sound his age.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So confident, and KYH so confident. Hats off to the parents of those two young lads to allow them to do it. Obviously, we mustn't forget that. But it is so cool to see people taking an interest, because hopefully they will explore the world with any luck and learn stuff that most of us aren't taught in school about finance, and give themselves half a chance to protect their time and energy that they're going to put into whatever careers they're going to do or whatever they do in life. It's just fantastic. I so wished I did the same. I so do.
Yeah, for sure. There's some good comments on here. Coin Noob has said, well, as you know, I'm on TikTok. Guys, if you haven't seen Coin Noob, jump over to TikTok, Coin Noob 71, and have a look at what he does on TikTok, because it is really good. Really, really good. He goes, I'm on TikTok and the main demographic is 18 to 26-year-olds, which is brilliant. So it means there are a lot of young'uns out there who are getting into this, who also enjoy my content. They ask questions and start stacking. It's great. And that is the really good thing as influencers, because unfortunately we are influencing people out there, and I hope we're giving the right message across. We have to be careful in what we say, and we have to get them into it steadily if we do, so that it doesn't take over, because this can be highly addictive. Addicted to Precious Metals, talking about addicted, says 100%. That's why I'm so glad my boy has taken an interest. And that's another thing we all do. My son now grabs gold and silver. I know your son is really good into investing and has done very well. So yeah, if we can teach our kids, it's very, very important. Small Stack says, sorry, got to go. My laptop battery is almost dead. Bruv, thank you so much for joining us. Stephen's still worried about his age, and he's going, I'm not in my 60s yet, so I'm not what? Old? You are, bruv. You're old. Face it.
He's definitely old.
Yeah.
Definitely old, dude.
Gandalf is wishing you a happy birthday, CPM.
Oh, thank you, Gandalf.
And he says, is that Highlands Park 72-year-old?
It is indeed.
There you go.
There's not a lot left of it either.
So it's a 1-year anniversary birthday of Creative Precious Metals channel. So now let's talk about something a bit funny. As we said, October 14th, you put £100 into a Bitcoin wallet, and you said that when you hit 500 subs, you will be giving it away, no matter what was in there, whether it had gone up or it had gone down, and we just wanted to see where it went. So first of all, remind us how much it's got to, and then tell us how this giveaway is going to work.
Okay, it's got up to £247.48 before I come over. I mean, that's obviously might have changed, but it's stayed in that range probably now for the last month or so. I've been posting shorts on it, but that's 147% return. It's $310. Don't know what it is in euros, but it's whatever it is in whatever currency. It's 147% more than what it was in October of last year.
Massive.
So that's absolutely fantastic. We're at over 600 subscribers now, which is incredible. Can't believe it. I feel like, I don't know about you, but when you get more people like subscribe to your channel, you feel like you're under a little bit more pressure, which is it's a bit weird, but I'm going to stay to myself, true to myself, and just build it. Right, question. Probably everyone, and this one's been really difficult because I wasn't expecting to come up with a question so quickly. But I've thought I'm going to do it in two parts. There's going to be two questions. There's going to be a question this week on Cobra's channel and on his live chat tonight, which I really appreciate him doing. So it's been good fun. I'm going to put that question out tonight, and that way I'll repeat and let people know where to go to find out what the question is, and we'll run that for a week, and we'll see who gets the right answers. And then my next whiskey Wednesday, whiskey, a rabbit. Sorry, I'm getting drunk, aren't I? My next.
This is where it goes downhill, guys. All right. It's not my fault. This is what happens. It gets fun.
My next whiskey Wednesday, we'll see who's got the question right, and then if there's lots, probably there will be, because this question, it won't be too difficult to find the answer for. Then we'll just do one more question, run that for a week, because obviously I've had a lot of people join from Camel Financing. I know he has a lot of American viewers, so obviously it gives them a chance to listen to this live stream afterwards, and we'll put the details in the description, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, what I've come up with, there was loads of things I thought of, but the question I'd like people to answer. Oh, okay. I must say that I'm not going to convert this back to pounds and send it to anybody. It's going to be a Bitcoin transaction from my wallet to hopefully whoever wins, they've got a wallet too. And if they haven't got a wallet, they can't have it. So it's in their interest to actually find out how it all works. So the question is going to be, what was the name of the first video in which I mentioned my interest in Bitcoin?
Ooh. Okay, so what was the title of your first
the
video?
title of that video.
When you first mentioned your interest in Bitcoin. So guys, that's the first thing you've got to do, is go back to the beginning of the videos that he made, because I don't think it was too long after you started that you mentioned
it wasn't.
that. So you haven't got... Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't got to look too far. It's probably in the first 10 somewhere. But I just want people to have a look. There's some interesting content in there anyway. And I'll just repeat that. What was the name? So the name of the video, what did I title it? Of the first video in which I mentioned my interest in Bitcoin.
Okay, and where do you want them to leave those answers?
I would like that to go in the comments of this video.
Okay, so you've just basically given me a load of work to work out.
No, not at all. No. I can see the comments myself, can't I? So.
Cool, perfect. All right, so when this video is over, go into the comments, have a look at the videos, go in the comments and put the title of the video where CPM first mentioned his interest in Bitcoin. And then after that, watch next Wednesday's Whiskey Wednesday on CPM's channel, where he will take you further into winning that Bitcoin, which now stands at about £245. Brilliant.
Yeah. And we won't be far off the halving, and we never know, it could be more, it could be less, but at the end of the day, whoever gets it, that's if they're new to Bitcoin, it's a lovely little thing to have. Do whatever you want with it. I hope you hang on to it and let it do its thing. But the biggest thing I always wanted to do is just try and educate people. Go down that rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole of Bitcoin. Don't marry Bitcoin. It will help you open up so many different avenues on finance if you end up listening to the right people. So, but it's a bit of fun. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased that it's worked out a lot more than what I first put in. That's for sure.
Yeah,
says a lot, really, to be honest.
Well, Stephen turned around and he's put, "I don't do crypto, so I guess I'm out." No, that's the whole point, Stephen. You can do crypto because you'll get roughly, who knows where it'll be, but £245 worth of Bitcoin, and all you got to do is open a wallet, and I'm sure I can help you to do that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure if I knocked on Stephen's door and give him 250 quid, he wouldn't say,
I don't know how to use this.
I don't want that. I don't want that. No, it's Bitcoin. It was a thing about Bitcoin. So I've got to, I'm not going to change it into. I would just be so hypocritical if I did that.
No. I think it's brilliant because someone who may not be into Bitcoin at the moment will have a little bit sitting there. They can either leave it there or monthly they can add a little bit, whatever they could afford, and it will just grow. It'll be something good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Cool beans.
That's that one. So yeah, that's what you got to do. And I can join in that, right?
Sorry?
I can join that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, really?
Anyone can. Anyone. You don't know what the answer is, do you?
No, I don't.
Not without looking.
No, I know. But I can't be bothered to watch your videos, bruv.
Well, no, you can't. They're boring. They're boring anyway. But...
I remember when you first started, it was so artistic. You'd have a log with a coin on it. That was it. But I just thought, wow, it looks so good. Do you know what I mean? Because that's another point. When we all started, it was all hands. It was just hands and the coin. And that's fine. I mean, some of it looked really good because you were concentrating on the coin. And then I started putting in some dragons and bits and pieces, and 365, I think, increased some back. Oh, you did more backdrops. Everyone started doing backdrops all over the place. And it totally changed. Even the videos going out now has totally changed from when I first started. Massive change.
Yeah, definitely. So there you go. Everyone can have a look. There's no rush. You've got a week to do it. And good luck to hopefully there'll only be one person. I haven't got to do another question, but I'm sure there'll be a few of you. So it'd be a good way of
put the names in. Yeah,
it'd be good. Definitely good fun. Yeah. Anyway, what did McDonald Bullion put? Crypto is a roller coaster. My best tip would be to put it in what you are willing to go to null, and not look at it. I've had Bitcoin for a while, and it's better that way, I'd say.
I get what you're saying there. Yeah, he's saying basically that, in other words, don't put any money in that you're not willing to lose, which is absolutely correct. And the other thing I agree with is put it in there and don't be checking it every 2 minutes, though I pretty much do. But I remember, maybe 5-6 years ago, I bought a bit of Bitcoin, and then I kept moving it from Bitcoin to Ethereum to this, to that, thinking, oh, that one's going up, move it into there, that one, and then it would drop, and I was like, oh, mate. And it was a shambles, an absolute shambles. So, yeah, he's not wrong. Be willing to lose it.
Yeah, you know why you did that, though? Because you're chasing price. You're chasing price. And that's what most of us do. This is why I was talking about it earlier. we get so addicted to, because we have, most of us, I would say 99% probably of the people that are watching and take part in this game haven't got tons and tons of money where we just don't give a crap and just go out betting on whatever. We all want something better, and we chase the value of the currency that we used to using to buy us stuff. And that is, I think that's all part of getting into something. But it's definitely worth exploring more of an in-depth educational process, if you want to, of course, because you'll understand things so differently if you do. And that's not just Bitcoin, that's anything, absolutely anything.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I was dubious about going back into Bitcoin. You made me look into it, and
I didn't.
Well, you tell me, do your own research. So you made me look into it in that way rather than just telling me about it. And it definitely made me understand what I was doing and gave me a lot more confidence in doing it. Nerd says, just because I'm definitely going to win. So he reckons he's got it. Let's see if Nerd does get it. John
Who's
says,
that? Sorry?
Nerd UK. Nerd UK.
All right, yeah.
John says, hey chat room, someone offered me a 10 gram Geiger gold bar at $6.50 in a plastic case, etc. So is that a good price? Yeah, I would say so. Gold Geigers hold a very nice premium, so $6.50 times 3, 19.50. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Space Miner, I have made many a good profit in crypto. I'm an XRP guy. Though XRPL network. Okay, yep. Again, look into it. Make sure you're confident in what you're doing and go for it. John says, McDonald Bullion, that's exactly what I tell people. Only put money in that you don't want to see again, and also be patient. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we all want to see the money again. But yeah, your point is right. That don't be putting any money in you're not willing to lose. Both Selector Coins has joined us evening and hope you're well, he says. Thank you, bruv. Thank you for coming along. Kimchi's in the house. Hey, folks. Hope you're well. Many congrats, CPM.
Thank you.
And John says, okay, thanks, Cobra. Yeah, there you go. So we're at the end of the messages. We've cleared all them up. We've got our competition question out of the way, which is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, CPM?
Wherever you want to, mate. I said to you, you dictate it. Your channel. Ask me whatever you want. Or if
let's
anyone's
put
got
that.
any questions
I was just going to say.
If anyone's got any questions in the chat, and then ask me whatever.
Yeah. So let's go to the chat. If anyone wants to ask CPM a question directly, then now's your opportunity. Whack a question in the chat, and let's see what we get. And it can be funny, it can be serious, it can be whatever you want. But while we're doing that and we're waiting for that, what have you got on your backdrop, bruv?
Oh, mate, there's so much. It's ridiculous. I try and show it at the beginning of my Whiskey Wednesday. I try and show it every week, and I think I did a little. I don't know. I said to you, I bought one of these. Let me show it. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. What is it?
See that? It's just like you can mount your camera on it, and it just runs up and down.
Oh, yeah. Is it on tracks or it just runs on its own wheels?
No, it's on those wheels. You charge it up. It's a rechargeable battery. You charge it up. And I set up a platform in front of here, and I just let it run all the way up and run all the way down. And I put some stuff on it, and I was promoting your channel, but you ignored it like always.
Shit.
Don't shit. But then again, I'm used to that. I don't care.
I don't have time, bruv.
Oh, yes, you do. That's just a crap excuse.
Wow.
You sound like my wife, for God's sake. But anyway, yeah, I did that. My backdrop is really cool. Really, really cool. It's grown. Some people have sent me some really lovely stuff over time. I do say to everyone, please don't send me anything because it's pressure. I don't want people spending money on me. But I'm very grateful, extremely grateful, and I'm genuinely grateful for when people do, and it sits up there proudly. And as I said earlier on in our chat, whenever I walk into my studio now, because you see my setup here, it's just so much. I've got so much space. I'm a very lucky boy. whenever I come in here, it's just it's almost like a shrine, you know. It's that Whiskey Wednesday shrine, and it's a constant reminder to me about what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, and how lovely that people have been in the community, and a constant. It's just a constant reminder to keep me grounded in and to enjoy what I'm doing. It's a lovely visual that is set up permanently, and yeah, it's great, mate. It is really great. I've got copper up there. I've got loads of poker chips. I've got channel rounds. I've got, you know, your channel round there. I've got on the right hand side, as people have seen, is sort of more of a Cobra area. On the left hand side is 365. In the middle is you know, I've got my whiskey barrel that you very kindly sent me. I've got stickers up the back, some pictures I've taken, and yeah, bits that I've collected, and you know, it just reminds me of certain stuff of my journey, and I love it. Bitcoin related stuff. It's super cool. Absolutely
Brilliant.
super cool. Love it. Absolutely love it, mate. It's a lovely reminder, and especially because I can, when I'm finished, it just stays there until I come back the following, you know, my following Whiskey Wednesday, you know. And I'm just going to move the camera. I've got other little setups sort of all over the place. I've got the famous chess and Monopoly board sitting there, which I like to refer to sometimes when I'm getting a little bit sort of passionate about shit. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. I'm lucky boy.
No, it's good stuff. All right, we got a couple of questions for you. So we will start with Stephen says, CPM, did you get my message regarding the coin you showed emailer? All right, that's a quick answer.
I did, dude. Yeah, I'm sure I replied to it. Sorry if I didn't, but I think I did.
All right.
Today, actually. Yeah, mate, what you sent me, this is really interesting. I don't know if you've seen the video.
No.
I think it come out today. No, of course you wouldn't, because you can't be bothered.
I'm busy.
Oh, yeah, bollocks. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, everyone. No, I put out a video today. Stephen, I bought some bits and pieces off of him recently, and Stephen's a dark horse. He's a lovely guy, great. His knowledge. He's been doing this for a long time, and I picked up on that quite a while back. So, yeah, I've had some great conversations with him every now and then, and he gets really good, as you know, capsules.
Yes.
And I got in before you did the other day, and I rang him up. I said, "Oh, can you get me some more of those capsules?" And he did. Anyway, I said to him, "Mate, I know you're still getting rid of some of your silver." And he said, "Yeah." So I said, "If I send you a little bit more money than what the cost of the capsules of what I wanted of him, can you send me some stuff?" And he said, "Oh, yeah. What do you want?" I said, "I'm going to leave it up to you. You know what I'm like. Let's see if you can send me some stuff." And cut a long story short, he did, and one of the coins I had no idea what it was, but it was bloody beautiful. You need to watch the video, Cobra. That's what we do this for. You know, mates watch other mates' videos.
Oh my god!
You know, and they know what you're talking about, and rather than having to explain everything. Sorry, mate. Love you. But yeah, he sent me some great stuff. He definitely knows what I like, and that was the answer to that question, really.
Okay.
Yeah, really super cool. I think it was a Dutch. Was it a Dutch? Some Dutch coin, because nothing was in English, but the artwork on it was just like so cool, so cool. And I did a video on it all anyway.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah, it's really cool. But one thing I will say about Stephen, I said that in a video, is he's so meticulous with what he sends you and how he sends it. It's mad, dude. Mad, absolutely mad. He individually packs every capsule in a separate bag and then puts them in packs of 10 in a separate envelope. So obvious. And that, to me, from an observation point of view, means as much as, yeah, it seems quite jovial, nice guy, whatever, jokey, whatever, but he's very meticulous, and that shows that he's very caring about his product.
Cool.
Just in his flipping packaging, you know. So yeah.
All right. Well,
maybe
if you
maybe underrated. really cool.
Yeah, if you want to buy anything from Stephen, he does put some stuff in Stacker Social on Discord. So there you go for that. Right, we'll shoot for a few questions because they're piling up a bit. John Sanders says, "What age did you start stacking?"
What age did I start stacking? 57.
So about 40 years ago then.
56, 57.
So about
40 years ago. Right. We'll go on to just Cpm channel, I think, because no, mate. Yeah, you're probably right.
So not that long ago. Not that long ago.
Oh God, no, definitely. No, for sure. Very, very, very. Very recent, to be fair.
Okay, there you go. Kimchi says, "I was dubious about Bitcoin until the whiskey and rum episode." So there you go. You've had an influence on Kimchi there. It was brilliant.
Oh,
He says, "It is easy. Is it easy and safe to open a wallet?" Sorry if it's a silly question. It's not a silly question, but is it easy to open a wallet? CPM.
It's extremely easy. If okay, cut a long story short, you can either keep your crypto. I'm only going to talk about. I hate all the other cryptos. Not in a nasty way, but I just don't get involved with I just get involved with Bitcoin. But you can either keep it on an exchange. Bad idea from my point of view. It's not a good idea. It's third party. If you want to entrust, it's just like a bank. You know, if you trust your bank to hold your fiat currency forever and ever and ever and whatever, that's fine. Crypto exchanges do the same thing. I'm not one of those people. I've seen too much. Well, you've only got to go back into last year to see the problems with FTX and other exchanges, Mt. Gox from years ago. You know, there's a great saying, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. If you don't know what that means, research it. But you can have a thing called a hot wallet. Hot wallet is something that's connected to your phone, for argument's sake. You can just download an app and it's directly connected to the internet through your phone. Sort of yours, but it's not very secure because you haven't really got an air brake, or you've got a cold wallet. Things like Treasures, Ledger, are two of the big names. There's some other companies around, but obviously do your research first. They give you the opportunity to have an air brake, so you can actually get some keys, like a code, to connect to the internet. So you've got a bit of security there. So, but you know, man, I can get my head around it. So, and I'm not that bright, to be fair. So I'm sure most of you young guys can very quickly get used to a wallet of some description, because that's all part of what you're doing now, you know, you ladies and gentlemen. So,
well,
yeah,
Kimchi's,
it's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah, Kimchi's one of us. He's a bit older like us, so I'll give you a ring, Kimchi, and we'll have a chat about that. Steve Davis says, "As a bull mint guy, do you have any insider information about what's coming next?"
Absolutely none. I did hear that, and I haven't heard anything since, that the Phoenix 1 ounce bar was a one-off for the show. So I'm glad I got quite a few of those, and I nicked Cobras as well. I did pay for them. So that was really cool to have them. But I was told that they were going to tweak the design and push them out to general sale. You know a little bit about the ball mint, more than I do, Cobra, from availability in this country, but I can say if you want me to.
Ball mint are being taken on by Shards as well. Shards is going to supply a lot of the ball mint stuff. The Phoenixes have either been, well, they have been released, but Shards is getting them in, so you can probably pre-order. I'm getting some of them in. So you've got the whole range going from 1/10, 1/4, half and 1 ounce gold. And you have the Phoenixes in the bars, which were at the show, like CPM has just said, and the coins coming out, and also 1 kilo coins on the Phoenix and on the Mustang, which I will be getting some in. So there you go.
The only thing I would say is I don't think Shards have got the half ounce gold.
No, they haven't. They haven't. No. And they probably won't be getting the kilo silver at the moment, but we'll see where we go with that one. Scott Silver says, what are your thoughts on buying platinum now as a cheaper alternative to gold?
Mate, I've got to be really honest here. I've never looked into platinum at all, so I can't answer that question constructively because I just haven't looked at it. Really have not looked at it at all. Don't
Yeah,
know. Don't. I've heard the name, but I've never looked at the reality of what it is or whatever. So
I'm
I'm
very
sorry, I can't
similar
answer.
to you on that one. I've never really looked into platinum. It doesn't appeal to me. So this is literally an opinion. It is no sort of financial thing, but it doesn't appeal to me just for the fact, and I know this is petty, but to me, it looks like silver. It might as well be silver. Why am I going to pay that price for it? I know that's not how it works. So that's just a little thing of my thoughts on platinum. I don't really like it. And yet, I don't know anything about it. So this is not any sort of thing apart from an opinion. Kimchi, John, I don't know, wallet. Okay, that's that. Blue Wallet app, very straightforward. Exodus is another app, which is okay. John says, sorry, Kimchi, I missed blah, blah, blah. Steve, John says, Steve, that's on negative views. Oh, NGMD has joined Cobra's Insight. Thank you very much, bruh. So he is a member of the Vault now and can bid in the auctions. I'll give a little mention about the auctions later. NGMD, thank you very, very much. We spoke on the phone earlier and he has joined and that is great. 365 says, question for CPM. Do you use your studio for other projects or has it become a full-time YouTube studio now?
Great question. Really good question. Half it I would show you, but it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Sorry. Just nudged the stool that my camera was on. Yes, I used to. I used to do a lot of pet photography. Hence, that's why you got a dog in the background and a cat and bits and pieces. I used to do a hell of a lot of pet photography in my studio, which was really cool. And then I'm not going to bore everybody. I really got into it, and then my oldest boy decided he wanted to come and work with me, and that put a back burner on my semi-retirement of doing my job and doing photography to earn extra money on the side, which was a bit of a pain. But yeah, that happened. So I had to let my photography semi-professional side go, which was a bit annoying because I was really enjoying it. But family's family, and you want to do stuff. And then my son decided to fall in love with someone a bloody long way away and said, Dad, I'm going. So I went, oh, thanks very much after those 5 years. And yeah, I haven't really used my studio. So obviously getting into YouTube, I've had this space and I use half of it now, practically because it's quite a big area. I use half of it to set up creativity and hopefully bring some of my passion of my photography and obviously videoing now back in. So yeah, half of it is probably pretty much set up permanently for YouTube, I would say. I would love to get back into my photography a little bit more, but this has sort of become a really big passion of mine now, to be honest, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the latter part of spring because I've set up all sorts of stuff in my garden. I'm very, very lucky and privileged to where I live. I've got lots of space, and I've been doing lots of my nature photography and getting back into that during the spring and summer and autumn. That's about it. The rest of it is storage for everyone else's crap that they put in here. So at the moment, it's pretty full up of rubbish. But we're getting through it. So yes, it's pretty dedicated to YouTube at the moment.
There you go, a bit of background on CPM studio and storage. John says, if you're in the UK, you'll have to prove where the money has come from from regarding crypto, etc. But that's easy if it's legit. He also says banks don't like depositing into crypto, even if it's your money, they use fraud as a guise to prevent you depositing. What do you think about that, CPM?
I've never had a problem, dude.
I was going to say the same.
I've heard lots of people have had issues, but I personally, it's really strange. It's really strange. My personal journey has not had one issue. I've never had, other than the normal stuff when you go through your app with transferring money to bits and pieces and places. They always ask you all the different questions half the time, but it doesn't happen all the time. I still DCA, dollar cost average, pound cost average into Bitcoin, even now. And sometimes my bank want verification, which you do on your app. No, you don't have to talk to anybody. Sometimes it doesn't, and I personally have not had a problem. I've read that people have problem, but I personally have not had one problem taking money off, selling it, buying it. Whether I'm just lucky or not, I'm very careful about what I'm trying to do, because I don't personally want too many eyes looking on to what I'm doing. But that's something you have to learn and go through yourself,
There you go. So, yeah, I personally haven't had a problem buying any Bitcoin at all from my banks. I think you're right. There may be some banks who are a bit more questioning about it, or maybe don't like doing it. But they can't do anything but ask you to do the checks you normally do, which isn't really a problem. So, yeah, there you go. Where are we?
Sorry. No. Oh, sorry. I just thought. Sorry. I've just got to stand corrected, because I just thought, when I very first bought my first piece of crypto, because at the very beginning of my journey, it was just it was ETH and Bitcoin. When I first did my first transaction, my bank wasn't sure what I was doing, but that was very easily overcomable. And then after that, I have not had one problem since, in 2.5 years. So
there you go. Okay. So NGMD says 365. About time I took all this auction stuff. Okay, he's going to go into buying mode by the sound of it. That's brilliant. Steve says, John says, what about buying it and selling it? You can do that. All right, okay, I'll leave that one. They were having a chat. Where can I find Whiskey and Rum episodes? I know nothing about crypto. That's from Gandalf. Where can you find it, bro?
Just on my channel.
So Gandalf.
Go into videos and look at all the descriptions. There's Whiskey and Rum Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5.
There you go. So Creative Precious Metals, Gandalf. If you go on there, there's some great listening, and you'll find them quite easily. Kimchi says thanks. He's going to research into wallets. Jay Dizzle said that episode was effing great. Loads of info and perspective. I take it he's talking about Whiskey and Rum, which was brilliant.
I hope so.
Yeah. So Coin Noob was saying about platinum, that's how he feels. It's very hard to sell too. Yeah, it is, because not many people are into it, so that can make it very, very hard to move on. I've seen platinum being offered sometimes on the silver forum and taking weeks and weeks and weeks to move, if it moved at all. Stephen says platinum bullion carries 20% VAT, again like silver. So if you're buying it new, you're going to pay 20% on that, whereas you don't on gold. Scott Silver says, eek, no go on platinum then. Not for me, Scott, but I'm not an authority on it. So, yeah, who knows. Shiny's heading off. I think he's probably headed off a long time ago, and we've just caught up with the message. So, Shiny, thank you very much for being here. If you are still here, apologies for not seeing the message quicker. Tarot Destroyer, Blue Wallet app, very straightforward. Exodus is another app which is okay. I think we saw that earlier. Blue Wallet from Steve Davis. Blue Wallet is very good for beginners. I still use it myself. Nerd says, I did wedding photography for 4 or 5 years and loved it until it started feeling like a job. Yep, fair enough.
Oh, wedding photography is so hard. It is hard work, real hard work. Anyone that queries about if a decent wedding photographer, 10 to 12 hours on your feet all day, chasing people that are so disorganized and drunk after time. Yeah, it is extremely hard work because you're trying to capture that great day for people. It's very underestimated. Very underestimated.
There you go. Kimchi says John RMS Ace Bullion knows a lot about platinum and industrial uses, etc. Reckons it's a steal compared to gold. Stacks as part of a balanced portfolio. Think he's on SS. So there you go. John RMS is in a lot of chats quite a bit. Ace Bullion is the other name he goes by. So maybe if you want to know a bit more about platinum, he might be the man to chat to. Euro Coin Hunt, thank you for joining us. He says Juhu. Don't know what that means. Juhu.
Sorry, Cobra, did we met him in Berlin, didn't we?
I think we did.
I think we did. Yeah, I think we did.
Did we meet you in Berlin, Euro Coin Hunt?
Yeah, I'm sure we did, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
John sent on with Halifax person. Brilliant. Thanks, Cobra and CPM, says Gandalf. Great live, guys. Sorry, I've got to shoot off. This is from Addicted. But maybe back in a while if it's still going. If not, much love, guys. Thank you, Addicted. Always appreciate having you around.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
He's our little brother, that one. Tarot Destroyer is a troll. I've had to deal with that one. That's all right. We can block him quite easily if he becomes a plonker. If he's not, then he's more than welcome. Nerd. Weddings are hard work, but they look on the bride's face. Oh, the look on the bride's face when you show the album is so worth it. And Gandalf says, cheers, APM. And we have reached the bottom of the messages.
Well done, Cobra. You're very good at this. You're very good at this. I would love to do, at some point, I'd love to do lives, but I think I would really struggle keeping up with a live chat more than anything.
I think you do. I was talking to Stack Collector about this, about why you weren't doing your live today or doing this live today on your channel. And he said there's something you've got to activate. Now, I remember this back in the day when I first did my first live. There was something you have to activate to be able to go live, bruv. So have a look into that. You know, we've got to get you to be able to do them.
Yeah, I've done quite a few times, but it keeps saying like, I've got, what's one of the messages that comes up? I have to do more shorts to reach 50 subscribers or something. It's really weird. I'm thinking, well, that's strange. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on.
No, your shorts shouldn't make any difference. There was a thing about having a certain number of subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours.
Yeah, I haven't got the watch hours yet.
So that's where it
which
may
is
be.
Probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with the Stack Collector, and we'll see if we can get that done.
I'm not one of you big boys, you see.
Oh no, Euro Coin Hunt is really disappointed with me. He said, we met next year. Coin Noob wants to join in too. And he will, Euro. He's already said he's going to join us. And his comment just above, yes, you met him, LOL. And it's Yoo-Hoo, the chap in the Frozen movies. Yoo-Hoo, Big Summer Blowout. See, I'm terrible with names. So I really apologise, Euro. We probably did, we did meet, obviously. So there you go. Stephen says it used to be 1,000 subs and so many watch hours. That's right. It was 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. They did reduce that down. So yeah, there you go. Seeing that we're celebrating your 1 year on YouTube, are there any creators who want to ask any questions to CPM about his YouTube journey? And you tell us about your YouTube journey in your own words anyway, CPM.
Well, again.
Well, no, the actual YouTube journey, not the gold or silver stacking side of it, but actually,
YouTube journey.
Yeah, the actual thing of starting filming and how you felt about it, and you know how it's developed and all that, and how much work goes into it, anything like that.
Mate, my YouTube journey. Because of my photography, I am so critical and so I work at a pretty high level. I do something and then I just think it's shocking within 10 minutes. I'll put it out on get all excited about it, put it out on YouTube, and then I'll watch it a couple of times and think, oh my God, that's wrong. That's wrong. I don't like that. I don't like the way the light is on this. I don't know whether I sound awful on this, or this sound is not good on this. So from a journey point of view, criticizing myself, I'm so overcritical of what I'm trying to do. But then I love that because it keeps my brain going, it keeps me ticking over, and it really forces me to carry on enjoying being creative, because at the end of the day, when I'm lost in creation, all the noise goes of everyday life, and I actually enjoy it. I really do enjoy it, just being at one with what I'm trying to do. And that's why when I quite often talk about other creators and what they're doing, see Side of Sandman with what he's doing, anyone that's creating stuff, I've got such admiration for it, because it's a beautiful art. It really is, for what anyone's doing. But yeah, I've been so frustrated, mate. It's been unreal. I'm so pleased. In a way, I'm pleased I'm older in life and not younger, because I'll be chasing. I would be chasing building the channel around I want to be the biggest YouTuber in the UK type thing, if you know what I mean. I would be terrible at that if I was a lot younger, because I'd be chasing something, but I'm not. So I'm really thankful for that. And that's allowed me to probably enjoy. I still have my ups and downs with it all, but it's allowed me to enjoy and be at one with what I'm doing without any pressure. So it's been really cool. It's been amazing. Time goes really quickly. One of the probably the thing that I really do enjoy, and it won't be a surprise to you, is the observation of the space and the people in the space and the community as a whole. I love that. That plays a massive important part in my journey. The psychology around all of that, it's been absolutely brilliant. I really enjoy it. I can't fault it, mate. It's better. My wife says, "Oh, you're doing this again, or you're doing that again," which is fine. But I'm not down the pub spending loads of money. What money I do spend, I have, to be honest. I know back in the day when you was getting very creative and I was pushing my creativity, you can spend a ton of money and time.
Yeah.
Absolutely, ton of it. But quite often you would say to me, "Oh my God, you make things so effective in your videos by being very simple."
Yep.
And that reins me in, and so I try to use my photography skills as such to try and make something simple look good, and then drive the content around that. So that keeps me on my toes, and that saved me a lot of money. I try and reuse lots of stuff that I'm doing. Yeah, it's great. I love it, mate. I'm like a little kid sometimes. It's terrible. It's really cool. I love it. I would definitely say to anybody, if you want to do this, because I remember sitting there, I really want to be able to express my journey, or just talk about crap that I'm interested in, or whatever, but you just haven't got that confidence. Then what you can do, you can come on my channel, because I will not treat you in any way in a disrespectful way. And if that would help you get confident just talking on your phone to someone else, do that. But definitely pursue your journey and the way you can express yourself, because over time, it's a cool thing for yourself to get away from the noise of everyday life. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I can be very critical, can really enjoy it. It's an up and down journey. You can spend far too much money. Like anything, you can run before you walk. But it's good. It's a good place to be. And if you said to me, when I looked at my first video, I'm talking too much already and I should shut up. But if you said to me when I watched my first video that in 1 year's time, I would be sitting here in this environment that I'm in at the moment, having this conversation with you and with other people listening, I would have said you're mad, and my wife would have laughed me out the bloody room.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, first a big shout out to Senator Georgie, who's joined us all the way from Singapore. Great guy with
Cool beans.
a great channel as well. But yeah, I agree. It's definitely when you think about starting, it might be a bit daunting and all that lot. You've just got to get started, do your first videos, get them out there. Don't worry about what they look like. And I think you're absolutely right. You can spend a load of money on camera equipment, props, all that sort of stuff. And you don't always need all of that stuff. And I learned that very quick. I think I spent £1,000 plus on a camera and I've never used it since. Which leads on to one of Scott Silver's questions. He
Yes,
says,
I just seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, do you use a professional camera to shoot your video, CPM?
No, I don't. Not at all. I have over £10,500 of camera equipment, probably more than that, to be fair. I use an iPhone 14 Pro. Is that the right thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm lucky enough. I've got two phones. One that I use just for YouTube, which is the iPhone 14 Pro, because that's the only number I want to put out on YouTube and social media. The rest is all personal, so I've got all that on a different phone. That's all I use. But I use. It sounds a bit arrogant, but I don't want to be arrogant. I've used my skill in photography to try and produce, and it's a continual basis, and I'm not perfect at it by any means, try and produce this balance of content and viewer eye candy. And my knowledge of, and it's not that great, but it's okay. My knowledge of light and settings and contrast. I know how to work the features within the iPhone Pro. It's an amazing piece of equipment, which I'm sure a lot of other phones are as well. But if you get to know your equipment, you can start to produce some stuff that you probably didn't think you could produce before. Again, it gets down to what I always go on about. If you educate yourself and you want to do it, then you learn, and then. Yeah. And then you can be your own critic, and you can do what, and the amount of times you said to me, I don't know what to do here. And I sit down, I'll be honest with you, Cobra, I sit there and think, well, if I can do it, dude, you can. But it comes down to time and circumstances and what you want to do, It's, but there's nothing special. I've purely got this little tripod thing that you can adjust the legs on everything, a little microphone that I had, which helps with the sound. And I use editing equipment that I've learned to use through my photography on my computer. So I try and put some good stuff together and try and make it a nice visual look as well as a sound look. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about my voice, but that is what it is.
There you go. So we are
and I was just going to say, and it's about using stuff. That like the simplicity of just a piece of slate, and some false bit of foliage or some leaves from your garden at a certain point. Just make it a little bit interesting. You don't have to have this massive, all singing, all dancing studio setup. You can just have a tiny little space that's just a little bit of eye candy in the back, and then the rest of it is your hands and what you're showing.
Right, cool. There you go. So, you don't need any mega equipment. I think a lot of the creators just use their phones to do the video. And as CPM said, you can use little bits of nature as well to beef up your videos and lighting as well. So cameras are normally phones. But yeah, if you really know your stuff and you want a professional camera, you can use that. Kimchi said, can someone post CPM's channel link, please? Yeah, I mean, bro, are you able to put your link on there? CPM?
I would not, mate, I will not have a clue how to do it, but I'm sure if you're on YouTube and you're just pressing Creative Precious Metals, it comes up as...
But let's try and get the link on there. So if someone can just copy that link and whack it in the messages, that would be good, because then people can just link straight into it. So let's get that. Coin Noob says, that's why I couldn't do live my videos. I can edit. Sometimes I'll watch a video back and delete it before it even goes out because I sound like a pleb. Right, Coin Noob. I don't think so. I think you're pretty good at what you do. A lot of people saying hello to Centre Georgie, which is great. Blistering Barnacle says, hey all, I'm here and I'm a friend. Much respect and thank you. Very nice. What else have we got? We're going down. Stephen says, I remember my first video, Cringe Feet, to be honest. Cringe Fest, sorry, to be honest. And they are not much better now. They are, Stephen. Your videos have improved. Nerd UK says, Cobra Stacker, are CPM Canon or Nikon? Quick answer.
My God, I'm not this. It's like silver or gold, isn't it? It's Canon, dude. And yeah, it's Canon. But I haven't got a problem with Nikon.
There you go.
Happens to be Canon.
There you go. Blistering Barnacle says, all I got is an iPhone 13 Pro and no computer. Blistering Barnacles, just to let you know, I use an iPhone as well. And my editing app is actually on my phone. It's called VN. So I don't even need a computer or anything. And I can upload all my stuff. So literally a phone and an editing app on your phone. 365 says, stop being so humble, CPM. Your backdrops, lighting and setups are always fantastic. A very nice comment there from 365.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Blistering says, I don't sleep much and I'm on my phone about 20 hours a day.
Wow.
I should bet more equipment, but I'm very busy looking after my mum. Fair play.
Absolutely. And can I just say something there? This is what I love about this community. Now, I've heard the Stat Collector talk about Blistering Barnacle's adventures, and I know he goes around on his bicycle, doesn't he? Putting up stickers on lampposts. I think that's the right guy. Hopefully,
right.
I'm talking about the right guy. And I've heard the Stat Collector on his Stack Chat, which I love every Saturday. That passes away my Sunday mornings brilliantly. Talk about him, and I've often heard him talk about his mum. And this is what I love. This is why I refer back to everyone's in so different circumstances, and this is why I say I'm lucky, I'm privileged, and I do recognise there's people out there that are in far different circumstances than I've been privileged and continue to be privileged to look at every day. So, mate, you know, at the end of the day, do what you need to do. You know, what you're doing is far greater than probably most of us have had to do, and I will always totally appreciate anybody that puts their family first. It's far greater to do that than some of the crap I put out here on video, that's for sure. So hats off to you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. You're a greater person than many people out there, but I'm sure many people out there that if they had to do the same thing would do the same thing. But it just puts it all into perspective when you hear stories like that. I'll shut up now.
Well, no, you're right. You're right, though. You know, I looked after my mum for quite a few years. Unfortunately, lost her last year. But there's, you know, we've got a good community, and you know, 99% of them have got good hearts, are decent, good morals, and that's the community we want to build here, guys. We don't want the bitchiness and the backstabbing or anything like that. A decent, proper community where we look after for each other and. Yeah, just carry on with what we love, which is gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Okay, we're back at the bottom of it all. Hang on. Nerd says, Stephen God's money, LOL, I'm Nikon Fuji. He's a Nikon Fuji man. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Telling me the other day, he said the best thing about Canon is their photocopiers, and I just think, yeah, whatever. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude.
There you go. There you go. Well, we are, 7:30, 2 hours, 15 minutes in, bro.
Oh, no, mate. I know. It's been really cool. Thank you very much.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. So there is one of our creators, Creative Precious Metals, an absolute gem of a friend. And really, you know, this is one thing, guys, that in all what we do in this community, you will meet some people who you will click with immediately and can become very, very close friends. So, you know, chat to people. I say this to Jumping a lot. Chat to people, get to know each other. We're all like-minded in what we're doing, and a lot of times we can't talk to everyone about what we do, but within the community you can. Kimchi says, I've got Cpm'S channel running on a second tab, and going to get the watch hours up. That's very
Cheers,
kind.
dude. Thank you.
And Kimchi and someone else said that, Nerd, I think it was, said let's get Cpm'S watch hours up. That'd be brilliant. And
yeah, it's really cool. It's I can't thank everybody enough. I really can't. It's really, 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 really cool, mate. I'm in your hands. You know, you wrap it up whenever you want to wrap it up. If you want to carry on, you can carry on. I'm out of whiskey, but I don't. It's not a problem. I could open a bottle of rum, but I'm not sure about that one, really, to be honest.
Well, we'll probably wrap it up in the next 15 minutes or so. So, guys,
Okay.
if there's anything else you want to ask CPM, whack it in now. Do not forget that the question that was put to win what CPM put £100 in October 14th of last year into Bitcoin is now £245. That is his 500 sub giveaway. And the question was, CPM?
It was, what was the name of the first video in which I mentioned my interest in Bitcoin?
Okay, so what was the first video that CPM mentioned his interest in Bitcoin? And after this video finishes, you need to have a look at his first few videos, find out which one it was, and put the titles in the comments of this video. All right, and then next Wednesday, you've got to watch the Whiskey Wednesday on Creative Precious Metals channel, and that's where the giveaway will be done. And if you need help opening a wallet to get the prize, if you win it, then I'm sure either myself or CPM will help you to do that.
I would, yeah, I mean, I will definitely, whoever wins it, we'll be in contact anyway via email or whatever, and we'll go through that process anyway. It's not a problem at all.
Okay, we got a great question from 365. He says, CPM, if you had to start again and had no precious metals, what precious metals would you buy if you had £1,000 to spend? I love that question. We hear it all the time. It's good.
Oh, crikey, it is a fantastic question, and I see that in many other chats and bits and pieces. I would right now, obviously, £1,000 isn't going to get you a ton of anything, but that's irrelevant from my point of view, because I will apply this to Bitcoin. I said it in the video a little while ago about Bitcoin. I would, if I was looking at precious metals, I would dip my little toe in the pond and buy some gold, the cheapest amount that I could get, and some silver, and basically probably do. I wouldn't. Obviously, you can't get an ounce. You can get a tenth. We get a little bit obsessed with having lots of things to look at and play with. So you can go with a couple of tenths and the rest in some silver. I mean, I looked at Atkinson's today. If you didn't know anything any different, I think your silver Britannia's at 33 quid now. So you're not going to get lots for your money. But I would definitely just, keep it basic. If I was going to go gold, keep to your generic Britannia. And if you're in this country or whatever country you're in, if you're in the US, keep it to, whatever over in the US. Just buy a little piece of gold and a little piece of silver and then go out there and learn about what I'm doing. That's for sure. I'm not even sure I'll spend all that £1,000 all at once at this moment in time. Knowing what I know now, I would definitely just dip my toe in the pond, get a little bit, and then go. Just go with that information, absorb that information, and go on my journey. That's the greatest way I can answer that.
There you go. Brilliant. Kimchi says, CPM, how about Japanese whiskey? Have you ever been to Japan? Would love to share my photos with you sometime. So obviously Kimchi has got a wide variety of whiskies.
Mate, no, never had Japanese whiskey at all. I would love to try it. I know the Japanese are really into their whiskies. I don't know too much about Japanese whiskey. And by all means, if you want to share anything along those lines, I definitely would love to explore different whiskies. Yeah, please do that. That would be really cool. I've never been to Japan. It looks really cool. I'm into my watches. I don't know if I haven't mentioned my watches that much in past videos. I'm into my watches, Seiko. I loved Seiko design. I haven't got any Seiko watches, but I loved I've seen some videos on the Seiko factories with the mountains in the background, and they try and accommodate nature into their watch faces in their designs, which look really cool. Yeah, it looks like the Japanese have really got that affinity attachment to nature. So yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, hit me up, mate. Hit me up.
Well, I've got a really nice collection of whiskies. I've got a collection of a lot of alcohol because I used to run pubs. I have got a beautiful, very expensive bottle of whiskey. So Kimchi, we've said we're going to link up one day. Maybe we'll link up and have a bit of Japanese whiskey at some point. CY says, I would definitely like to talk about opening a wallet. So much information out there, it's overwhelming. CY, I can give you a ring, or CPM might have a chat with you and we'll chat to you about that. I still have to learn. I've got a wallet which I haven't actually put my Bitcoin in yet, so we've been talking.
You haven't, you naughty boy. I keep nagging you about it. You're excuse my language, you're a prick for not doing it.
I know. I've had it months, and I kept saying to CPM, right, we'll sort it out together soon. We'll get it done. But I've got a Ledger wallet. It seems really good. It sits in my safe doing absolutely nothing. Stephen is off to bed. He goes, I'm old and I'm tired. Congratulations on the 1 year, CPM, and thanks to Cobra for being the host. Thank you, Stephen, very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. You're a legend, dude. Yeah, really enjoy your chats, mate. You look after yourself, yeah, and wish you well.
We shall talk soon. Stephen, 365 says, great answer. Blistering says, does anyone metal detect? Well, my answer is very simple. I don't. CPM.
I don't either. No, not at all. No, I've watched lots of things on magnet fishing, the guys out in the fields finding stuff and bits and pieces, but I've never tried it. Fascinating watching. It's great viewing, really exciting viewing.
There you go. I've never looked at magnet fishing or anything. So yeah, I have no idea on that. Kimchi says, no, lots of photos of Japan, no whiskey, sorry, lived there for a long time. That would be a very interesting conversation about Japan. Nerd says, Grand Seiko watch faces are amazing. You will know more about that.
Oh, mate, they really are. They really incorporate the seasons around the factories and the backgrounds as well. Can you just skip 365's question?
Yes.
Just the one above.
Yeah, he says, CPM, do the foxes still visit?
Mate, this is what I love about some of the people that watch my channel. They don't forget shit. Sorry.
That's all right.
Said a naughty word. Sorry, Uncle Cobra. Mate, the foxes, yes, they do. We feed them every other night. Whether you think that's right or not, I don't care. We love our nature here. They get fed very well. I'm sure that the fox cubs that come last year, one of them comes back still at the moment. I'm not surprised because they get fed some jolly nice food every other night. But we're hoping that at some point we might see some more cubs this year. But yeah, thanks for that, because that played a bit of an important little role in my video in my channel last year. So yeah, they're doing all right. We love our nature here. We are so lucky. So yeah, they're all good.
There we go. CY says, I have a Seiko Monster on a NATO strap that I wear daily and absolutely love. I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure you do.
I have no idea what it is, but when I've watched CY Sterling's videos, which we are lacking in seeing CY Sterling, come on, getting that together. Yeah. I miss your stuff, dude, because I used to really enjoy it. But I get it why, I get why you maybe not doing so much. But I've often seen your watch, and I've often wondered what it is. And now you've just answered it. I haven't got a clue what it is, but at least you've answered that question, because I've often seen, this watch looks really cool.
There you go.
So thank you.
Kimchi says, Cobra's got the whiskey sorted. Awesome. We do have to link up, Kimchi. We've said it for too long and we've not done it. Blistering says, I forgot how to use my Nocta Simpex. Again, I have no idea what that is, but please try and remember.
No, I have no idea either.
Blistering also says, I really want to find some Roman and Saxon coins. That's where the question came in about the metal detecting, I take it.
Okay, yeah.
Nerd says, that's awesome. Blistering says, Norfolk, Coin Noob at Blistering, Norfolk, where I am, is the best area with the richest finds. Okay, there you go. I'm going to Norfolk with a metal detector soon. Blistering says, I'm in Nottingham. And Blistering says, it's a metal detector. There we go. We're back at the bottom of the things.
Well done, Cobra. Yet again.
All right. So I'm going to do a shameless plug, and then I'm going to leave you to close this live. So my shameless plug, guys, is about the auctions. So if you don't know, a lot of you do, but if you don't know, I have set up auctions every Friday on my YouTube channel, and that is selling gold and silver. Everything from bullion pieces all the way up to amazing, beautiful premium pieces. And I start them at a very good price. Where it goes in the auction after that is up to you guys. So Friday at 7 o'clock we start. If you want to join, come and join us in the chat. You do not have to buy. You do not have to become a member. But if you want to bid, you do need to be a member. So please come and join us on that. And please make sure, guys, any of you who have not been to Creative Precious Metals, please go over there. You will not be disappointed. Kimchi has very kindly put up the link again, and like, share and subscribe on his videos. Let's get him up there. Let's get him to 1,000 real quick, and let's get his watch hours up. CPM, over to you, my friend.
Cheers, dude. Mate, thank you very much for doing this. It's so cool. I've always wanted to do a Whiskey Wednesday live. It's a little bit different. Thank you very much. Thank you for your friendship. This year has been incredibly super cool for me in my journey, in everything I've been doing personally and outside of that as well. Met some great people. Thank you, everybody, for bothering to come along. Great questions. I'm not going anywhere. I'm really looking forward to the next 12 months. I want to support as many people as I can in my content, and I will really try hard. I really want to bring lots of brilliant content with Camel and Cobra going forward. Really enjoy that, and I think that can be beneficial to everybody. There's some tough times ahead, I'm sure, but if we all work together and keep building this community, I think we could be the envy of the world, which would be really, really super cool. So thank you for everyone sharing the past couple of hours with me. I've really enjoyed it. And whoever wins this Bitcoin, it will be an absolute honor to send it to you. And I can't wait to reveal what I'm going to do for 1,000 subscribers, because it's going to be great. Thank you so much, everybody.
Brilliant stuff. CPM, thank you so much. And again, thank you for your friendship. You've stood by me through many, many, many little hissy fits I've had.
You've had a few, dude. You've had a few.
So much appreciated. Jim Webb has been with us all the way through. Everyone's giving us...
Yeah, Jim. it's a great shout out with Jim. Jim's on the other side of the planet. And he's joined us, which is really super cool. Thank you so much. And he sent me a lovely gift. It's
Absolute
again,
gent.
people, yeah, there's just no reason to do it, but people do it, and I am genuinely blown away with people's generosity. And if I can't give back somehow through what I'm doing, then I'm doing the wrong thing in my life. So thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody. That's great. Sorry,
Yeah.
dude.
No, that's cool. It's been absolutely brilliant, guys. Thank you so much for coming and supporting me, my channel, CPM as well. And it's been a great chat, great communication in the messages as well. It really is appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, and James Elliott, there he is. James Elliott's in as well. So absolutely brilliant. A lot of good friends out there. Thank you for your friendship. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Before you go, mate, just very quickly, every cloud, I hope your son's getting into your stacking. I remember you saying you was trying to introduce him, so I haven't forgot that at all. Cheers. Bye.
Great stuff. I would read out everyone's names, but I'm not going to. Good night, guys. And
See you
thank
later,
you
everyone. Take
all
good care.
very
Look
much.
after yourselves.
Cheers.